G'day Green Thumbs, Nelson here from the Garden City Gardener. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Tumbleweed cano worms, your very own worm farm. Rightio guys, so what we've got here is the Tumbleweed cano worms worm farm. Now, I bought this for about $70 from Bunnings. Pretty good little investment if you ask me. I did buy the worm blanket as well, just obviously keep that on top of them, keep them nice and warm. That was about $10. And then each box of worms, $30 each. Now, let's get into this, hey? These go in the bin. This doesn't. Make sure you keep this, or you need this later. As you can see, we've got a lid, legs, bedding block, first level, second level, and our base. Now to save time down the track, first thing you want to do is grab your bedding block. We're going to put it in some water. I say on the packet here to add about 5.5 litres of water. You can keep all of this paper in there as well, so you don't need to worry about it. What I am going to do is just open it up a bit, just so the water can get in there nice and easily. Fill her up. It does say on the packet here to add about 5.5 litres of water. You can keep all of this paper in there as well, so you don't need to worry about it. What I am going to do is just open it up a bit, just so the water can get in there nice and easily. I reckon that's about 5.5 litres. While that's soaking up all the water, we'll kick it over the side and we're going to build our worm farm. Rightio, so tip it upside down, grab your legs, pretty side out, give him a whack in there. Very simple guys. Rightio, so we got that there like that. We've also got the tap here, and that's for all the worm juice that comes out the bottom now. That worm juice, liquid gold. Absolutely brilliant stuff, great for your garden. And it goes in this hole here. So what I'm going to do is take the top couple lids off. Don't want to over tighten this either. So you put it in there. You just want to do it just a bit more than finger tight, because if you compress that O-ring just that little bit too much, what you'll find is that it'll actually leak. Rightio, so that's closed. We don't actually want to put anything in here. What we want to do now is put this on top, and this is where we want to start building our worm farm. So first things first, what we're going to do, remember how I said don't throw this out? That's because what we're going to do is fold it up, put it in top there like that. So what you can do next, it's been about 15 minutes, I'm just going to tip it over the top here like so. Now, ideally you don't want it too wet. This is all going to fall down through the bottom anyway, so it's not that big a deal. You can give it a bit of a squeeze out, get that water going through. Now that cardboard's in place now to stop all this coconut fibre going through the holes. As you can see, this is the packaging. The other thing you sort of might want to do is remove the plastic from that packaging. Worms aren't a big fan of plastic, and that'll stay there forever. So we'll get that. There's only a couple little bits of plastic sticky tape in there. We'll grab that out, chuck that in the bin, eh? So good for anything. Rightio, so we've got that there. That's perfect, right? So we're going to get our booster worm boxes here. Now, as you can see, these worm boxes, when you get in here, they're crawling. There's hundreds of them. Lots of little worms in there, perfect. So what we're going to do, we'll grab this plastic out. Don't forget this can go in there as well. Grab this plastic out, tip our worms in there. Make sure we don't forget any. That's in the bin. Now they recommend 1,000 worms to get your worm farm started, so that's why I've gone for 2 boxes, right? We'll tip this one in there as well. Got our worms in there now. As I said, don't forget, just have a double look. Make sure you haven't missed any. Good, so we've got our worms in there now. You want to spread them out evenly, like so. Right now what we're going to do, so these guys need some food. So I'm going to go prepare a little bit of food and I'll be back in a minute. Rightio, now I'm back with some food for my worms. What I've done is I didn't actually have any proper kitchen scraps. I've just gone and grated up 2 carrots and 2 potatoes, just some old produce we had in the fridge there. And I'm going to sprinkle that over the top. Now, ideally, you don't want to be putting any more than sort of 1 to 2 centimeters of food for these guys over the top. So like you want it pretty thin, because obviously what will happen is if they can't eat it fast enough, it will start to break down and rot, and it can become a bit smelly, and it's not ideal for anyone then. This is also good food from. So what we're going to do, we're just going to break this box up. What we are going to do is give it a good wetting down first. The other thing is I'm not going to put all this in there at once. I'm going to give these worms a couple of days to sort of get used to their new home, get adjusted, and then we'll feed them up. But you know, a couple of things to note: no meat scraps, no onions, and no citrus. No onions and no citrus, they won't eat it. No meat. Number one, it does go rotten, it does smell, and they won't eat it as well. They're not a big fan of meat. So we don't really need this second tier just yet. Now, the reason that they've given this to you is because once this does start to fill up and become pretty well completely composted, we are going to put this on top here like so. You can put it on there now, but there's no real point. There's not much it's going to do. I prefer to keep it apart, keep it off, so that we can obviously put our weed blanket straight on top there, because that's going to keep them nice and moist and a little bit warmer as well. Alright, so pretty well with that. Now, put our lid on, move them back into their home. Pretty light. Obviously want the tap facing forward. Nice and level. And there you have it. Now that's your worm farm, Mickey Mouse. We're going to leave them like this for about 3 to 6 months. Obviously we're going to still be feeding them daily or every second day, etc. But we just want to monitor them, and once they've sort of gotten through all that matter that is in there, we're going to start them on this block. Now, the best thing to do with this is buy another one of those bedding blocks, spread that in here, and start putting your food on top. Now, these holes are big enough for your worms to fit through. So what will actually happen is the worms will depart this first layer. They'll come up into this second layer for food. Now, with that, once you've done that, you've got a whole container here, like this, full of beautiful worm castings, which are great for your garden. In the meantime, we've also got all this worm juice that's coming out the bottom here, which is brilliant. So I'm quite looking forward to putting that on the garden. Gives it a real kick. So there you go, guys, your very own worm farm. So as I did mention earlier, not long now we'll have some beautiful worm tea coming out of that, and in about 3 to 6 months we're going to have some amazing worm castings which are brilliant for your garden. Throw that through your garden, just gives it an extra kick of life. Now I'm going to put all the information about the products in the description below, so you can find that all there. If you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe.